Christian Grest here. So what I have for you today is another Aluma Hyde 2 project using the Aluma Hyde 2 finish from Brownells, and I am applying this to an Aero Precision EPC 9 project that I've been working on. You guys saw one of my previous videos where I kind of laid out all the parts I had selected for it. Let's go ahead and get started talking about this project, kind of how I went about it. First off, of course, I had to take everything apart on the receivers themselves, and then I had to degrease everything using acetone. Actually is what I ended up using this go round. And my stenciling, like my previous Aluma Hyde 2 video, I did use some stenciling from Branson Cerakote. They make pretty good products for people that do Cerakoting and stuff like that. So I went ahead and purchased another set. This time I decided to go with a digital pattern, and for the colors I selected, I actually chose to leave the black as one of the colors, and then also used coyote gray, and then also a dark parkerizing gray. So I will say that one thing that was a little frustrating was laying all the stencils this go round, because these digital patterns have lots of little nooks and crannies that make it a little more difficult to apply and definitely remove the stencils themselves. And I also spent a good bit of time taping up the different parts of the receiver set that I did not want to get any finish on. So once I was ready to go, I set up my couple ladders with a kind of pole and using some coat hanger pieces to hang my items that I wanted to finish. And of course, using even strokes up and down across the whole surface. You have to work a little fast with the Aluma Hyde 2 finish. It does start to cure relatively quick. This was a bit of a windy day and a little warmer weather, so I kind of took the opportunity and went ahead and got started on laying the finish down. So I started off with the coyote gray color, and I put a good even solid coat across that, and then I went over it with the dark parkerizing gray, kind of in a striped pattern. After I was done laying the finish, I started removing the stencils. I found in the past that it was easier to try to remove the stencils a little bit before the finish fully cured. So I went ahead and did that, and unfortunately it was very time consuming with these very fine detailed digital pattern stencils, but I did get it done. Once I got that wrapped up, I laid all my pieces in a large toaster oven that I have, and I put it on about 200 degrees or so for 2 hours. And of course that rapid cured the Aluma Hyde 2 finish. Once I was finished with the curing process, I kind of set stuff aside to cool, and I went to start taking off any remaining tape and stencils that I may have left and clean everything up, and just inspect for any sort of overspray and stuff like that that I may have got somewhere that I did not want. So once I got all of the tape off, I started looking at where I had overspray and clean that up as best I could. And I will tell you that if you don't tape up certain areas and you get overspray in there, it will be kind of a challenge. So definitely down in the pocket of your receivers or around any holes and stuff like that. So once I got all of the overspray kind of cleaned up where stuff will fit together, I started the assembly process, which really is no different than any other standard AR receiver. The big difference is there's no gas tube, there's no gas system. It's a direct blowback, so that was quite easy. Installing the barrel again was nothing that was out of the ordinary compared to typical AR builds and that sort of thing. So it took me a little while, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out overall. And of course now I'm looking forward to my next project using Aluma Hyde 2. I'm still not 100% sure which route I'm going to go with my next Aluma Hyde 2 project, but I do have a few receiver sets that I kind of been holding on to, and I have a few ideas of some projects for those. So definitely stay tuned to that. If you have any ideas of something you'd like to see using Aluma Hyde 2, please let me know. I have yet to do any sort of pistol work with Aluma Hyde 2, so I do plan on that at some point down the line. And if you're interested in getting some Aluma Hyde 2, please go ahead and check out Brownells. They do have quite a few colors that come in and out of stock, so if there's a color that you need or want that isn't in stock currently, put yourself down for the in-stock notification. You'll get an email as soon as it comes back in stock. They're pretty good about that. I've done that with a few of the colors that I was kind of looking for that weren't in stock at the time. Alright, so that about wraps it up. I appreciate everybody hanging with me on this project. Please put down any questions or comments down below, and I appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.